Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, why do my legs feel so heavy? You're doing everything right. You're eating well, you try to stay active, and you follow all the rules. Yet, walking up the stairs feels like climbing a mountain. Getting out of your favorite chair takes just a few seconds longer than it used to. And at night, there's that nagging ache in your knees or ankles. Is it just aging? Is this simply the price of getting older? Or is there something else going on? A hidden factor that is quietly sabotaging your mobility from the inside out? This is where you might be shocked. It's not always about what you aren't doing. It's about what you are doing, completely by accident. The vast majority of seniors make a silent mistake every single day. They do it with total confidence, believing they're making the smart, healthy choice. Why? Because we have been told our entire lives, from grade school in Chicago to retirement in Florida, that fruits are natural, healthy, and essential. And yes, in general, nature provides wonderful medicine. But here is the hard reality that almost nobody talks about. Not every fruit is suitable for a body over 60. The truth is, as we age, our internal chemistry changes. Our metabolism slows down, our circulation isn't what it was at 30, and our ability to process sugars changes drastically. The fruits that gave you energy in your 20s can actually start to turn against you in your 60s and 70s. Some of these fruits, the ones you likely buy at the grocery store every single week, can gradually weaken your leg muscles, trigger sharp knee pain, aggravate joint inflammation, and make walking a daily struggle. They look innocent, they taste sweet, but inside your body, they are loaded with specific acids and carbohydrates that spike your blood sugar and fuel the fire of inflammation. What's the worst part? The damage is slow. It's subtle, it's undetectable, until one day you wake up with sharp calf pain, thigh discomfort, or stiffness that just won't go away. Today, we're going to reveal the 7 deadliest fruits that every senior needs to be cautious with. And trust me, number 7 is going to absolutely shock you. It's a fruit millions of Americans eat every summer, thinking it's hydrating them, when in reality, it might be acting like liquid sandpaper on your joints. If you want to protect your legs from long-term damage and keep your independence, you need to watch this until the very end. Your body might be waiting for this wake-up call. Before we continue, tell me in the comments where you're watching this video from. And if you have any personal question or health concern, make sure to share it in the comments. I read every one of them. Welcome to Senior Medical Hub. Let's dive into the truth that most dietitians are afraid to tell you. Fruit number 1, the deceptive tropical treat. Let's start with the first fruit on our list. It's famous for being a tropical delight and is often praised for reducing inflammation. But for seniors, it might be doing the exact opposite. Let's talk about pineapple. Now wait a minute, you might say. Isn't pineapple good for you? It's juicy, refreshing, and contains an enzyme called bromelain, which has been hailed for years as a natural anti-inflammatory. Here's the twist. While bromelain is good, the package it comes in, the pineapple itself, can be a silent enemy for older adults. Pineapple is loaded with intense natural acids and a very high sugar content. Let me explain why this matters for your legs. As we age, our blood vessels become more delicate. They lose their elasticity. When you consume a fruit that dumps a massive load of sugar into your blood quickly, it causes a spike. This spike can damage the tiny capillaries that supply blood to your legs, feet, and toes. When circulation drops, oxygen delivery drops. And do you know what happens next? Pain, heaviness, and swelling. We've seen cases like folks down in Texas who love their fresh pineapple, but complain of a dull, dragging ache in their legs after a short walk. Furthermore, the acidity in pineapple can be a trigger. If you already suffer from osteoarthritis or joint sensitivity, high-acid foods can smolder the fire that is already burning in your knees and hips. It's like throwing gasoline on a dying ember. And one more critical warning. If you are on blood thinners, you have to be very careful. The bromelain in pineapple can interact with those medications, messing with their effectiveness. So, while it tastes like paradise, it might be making your legs feel like lead. Fruit number 2, the potassium myth. Now, if pineapple is tricky, what about the most popular fruit in the USA? It's soft, easy to chew, and famous for potassium. Let's talk about bananas. We call this one the muscle imposter. Since we were kids, we've been told, eat a banana for cramps, eat a banana for energy. Bananas are indeed rich in potassium. However, for an older body, the story changes. Bananas are incredibly dense in natural sugars and quick-digesting carbohydrates. When a banana ripens and gets those little brown spots, that is almost pure sugar. When you eat one, your blood sugar spikes rapidly. In an older body that might be slightly insulin-resistant, this triggers an inflammatory response. Frequent inflammation attacks the weakest points in your body, usually the weight-bearing joints, like your knees and ankles. This leads to what we call glycation, where sugar binds to proteins and stiffens tissues. The result? You might feel a dull soreness when climbing stairs, or stiffness in your calves that limits your movement. But it goes deeper. Bananas can actually cause you to retain fluid. If you have any heart concerns or kidney issues, the carb load in bananas can contribute to swollen ankles and feet, what doctors call edema. You're eating them thinking you're helping your muscles, but you might actually be making your legs heavier and more swollen. Take a look at your diet. If you, like many seniors, eat a banana every morning and struggle with leg stiffness, try cutting them out for a week. You might be surprised at the difference. Fruit number 3, the uric acid trigger. Let's move to something smaller, a fruit that sits on almost every fruit platter at parties. It looks harmless, tiny and cute, but for your joints, it can be a nightmare. Let's discuss grapes. Grapes have a great reputation. We hear about heart health and antioxidants, but here's the reality check for anyone over 60. Grapes are essentially little bags of fructose. Fructose is a specific type of sugar that is processed almost entirely by the liver. When you overload your aging liver with fructose, it can turn that sugar into fat and, more importantly, uric acid. If you've ever known anyone with gout, you know uric acid is the enemy. But even if you don't have full-blown gout, elevated uric acid levels can cause microcrystals to form in your joints, specifically in the big toe, the ankles, and the knees. This creates a burning sensation or a sharp, piercing pain at night. Have you ever woken up and felt like your big toe was throbbing or that your knees were just unexpectedly stiff? It could be that handful of grapes you had while watching TV. The problem with grapes is that they are too easy to eat. You don't just eat one, you eat a cup, then 2, and before you know it, you've consumed a massive amount of sugar. This fuels chronic inflammation throughout the body, making your connective tissues less flexible and your legs more prone to injury.
Fruit number 4, the false hydrator. Now, number 4. This one breaks people's hearts because it is the symbol of summer. It's lush, red, and widely loved. Let's talk about watermelon. But wait, you ask, isn't it just water? It's healthy. Watermelon has an incredibly high glycemic index, GI. This is a measure of how fast a food spikes your blood sugar. Watermelon ranks very high, almost as high as some candies. When you eat a big slice of watermelon on a hot day in Atlanta or San Diego, your blood sugar rockets up. In response, your body floods your system with insulin. For a senior, this roller coaster of high sugar and high insulin is a recipe for systemic inflammation. Where does this inflammation settle? Often in the areas with poor circulation, your lower legs. After eating it, you might feel a sudden crash in energy, known as the sugar crash, which leaves your legs feeling weak and shaky. Furthermore, despite being watery, the sugar load can mess with your body's fluid balance, leading to that uncomfortable puffiness around the ankles. It's a deceptive fruit. It tastes light, but biochemically, it's heavy. If you notice your legs feeling more tired or swollen during the summer months, look at how much watermelon you are consuming. Fruit number 5, the acid attack. Next up is the breakfast staple, the symbol of vitamin C. Let's talk about oranges. Whether it's the fruit itself or the juice, oranges are everywhere. We drink orange juice for immunity, but for seniors, oranges can be an acidic assault on the joints. Oranges are highly acidic, citric acid. While younger bodies handle this easily, older digestive systems and joints can be much more sensitive. High acidity can contribute to a state of acidosis in the body, which some holistic experts believe leaches minerals from the bones and irritates the soft tissues surrounding the joints. If you have arthritis, oranges can be a trigger food. You might notice that after a week of drinking orange juice, your hips ache a little more, or your knees feel creaky when you stand up. Plus, let's be honest about orange juice. It is essentially concentrated sugar water with some vitamins thrown in. Drinking a glass of juice is like injecting sugar straight into your bloodstream, skipping the digestion process. This creates immediate inflammation, making every step you take feel just a little bit heavier. Fruit number 6, the healthy apple. We've all heard an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But does it? Let's look at green apples. Green apples are often chosen by seniors because they taste less sweet than red apples. They seem crisp, tart, and clean. However, green apples are very high in malic acid. This is what gives them that sour bite. For many seniors, particularly those with sensitive stomachs or sensitive joint tissue, malic acid can be an irritant. We have heard from seniors, let's call one Bill from Seattle, who loved green apples, but couldn't figure out why he had mild cramping in his legs at night. It turns out the high acidity combined with the fiber was causing bloating and systemic irritation that manifested as leg discomfort. Green apples still contain plenty of sugar, even if they don't taste like it. Eating them late at night can disrupt your blood sugar while you sleep, leading to restless legs or cramping in the calves. And finally, the 7th fruit, the one we warned you about, the tropical favorite, mango. Mango is delicious. It's creamy and sweet, but for a senior concerned about leg strength and inflammation, the mango is basically a sugar bomb. A single mango can contain over 45 grams of sugar. That is an enormous amount for an aging pancreas to handle at once. When you eat a mango, you are inviting a massive spike in glucose. This matters because high glucose levels directly damage nerve endings. This is called neuropathy. If you ever feel tingling in your toes, burning in your feet, or numbness in your legs, you must look at your sugar intake, and mangoes are a prime suspect. The inflammation caused by the sugar rush attacks the collagen in your joints. Collagen is the cushion between your bones. As we age, we have less of it. Eating high-sugar fruits like mangoes speeds up the breakdown of collagen, leaving you with bone-on-bone pain and stiff, weak legs. I know what you're thinking. My goodness, can I eat anything? The answer is a resounding yes. There are superhero fruits that do the opposite. They fight inflammation, build collagen, and protect your legs. If you want to reclaim your mobility, here is your new shopping list. Number 1. Berries, the anti-inflammatory kings. Blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries. These are low in sugar and packed with anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that repair blood vessels and improve circulation in your legs. They help reduce swelling and pain. Number 2, cherries, the pain reliever. Specifically, tart cherries. These are famous for lowering uric acid and soothing gout pain. A handful of cherries can sometimes work as well as over-the-counter pain relief for stiff knees. Number 3, avocados, the joint lubricator. Yes, it's a fruit. Avocados are rich in healthy monounsaturated fats. These fats act like oil for a rusty hinge, lubricating your joints and keeping your cartilage healthy. Number 4, papaya, the digestion helper. Unlike acid-heavy fruits, papaya contains papain, an enzyme that reduces inflammation and helps you digest proteins, making it easier for your body to repair muscle tissue. And finally, number 5, pears. High in fiber and lower on the glycemic index, pears give you energy without the crash, keeping your legs steady and strong. Here is the bottom line. Getting older is a privilege, but it comes with challenges. The aches, the stiffness, the fear of losing your balance, it's all real, but you are not helpless. You don't have to accept leg pain as a normal part of aging. By making simple, smart swaps, trading the mango for a cup of blueberries or the pineapple for a pear, you can drastically lower the inflammation in your body. You'll feel the difference. Lighter steps, less swelling, a walk in the park that feels like a joy, not a chore. We want to hear from you. Senior Medical Hub is a community. Tell us in the comments which of these fruits was your go-to snack and what change are you going to make starting today. If this video opened your eyes, please hit that like button. It helps us reach more seniors like you. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a health tip that could save your independence. Remember, your legs carry you through life. Treat them well, and they will support you for years to come. Stay strong, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.